All right, so got that done. I figured rather than filming a blank wall or whatever, just turn it off. So I poked around for the local history stuff, and they got a whole shelf in there, but it's kind of telling that they have absolutely nothing about the people who are here before. History here starts with the conquest about, 150, 170 years ago, and that's it. So I didn't want to stir up shit and ask him, well, what about the people who were here before all this? Um, so I didn't say that, but I mean, this town's, I think it said 1885 even, so maybe 1880. Um, different people were here who don't seem to be any longer, although we drove through their nation a little bit earlier. So, yeah, that's what we got. Resignation's in. Tentative acceptance of a job back in Asia is on. That's nice. It means I got something to do and a new place to hang out. Something to look forward to. But start date November 3rd. Nah. That's too soon. That's only 6 weeks from now. But purchasing power parity, $20 an hour. Multiply that by probably 5. So yeah, a job that works 4 days a week and you get paid equivalent $100 an hour. Well, I might not be taking back a whole lot there, but that's something. I could live here. I like this town. Folks are real nice. So, got a good impression. I'll have to look up crime stats and whatnot later, but it certainly feels like a good, safe place. Is he? Oh, okay. All right. There's no crisis. Yeah. Well, good for you. Well, I just saw your message about the check, so thank you. That's not what I was trying to. I was trying to solve that, but at least there's no chance that it'll add up anymore. And then I'll just, when I get back, I'll figure out how to move it from my account to yours. That ought to be more straightforward than whatever. No, I do. No, I have it. That's just why it's so frustrating. There's no way to pay them using my account. But anyway, I got in the library, and then it took a little bit of doing to figure out that I've got to forward the email to their public account and then print it from there. But from there, it was easy. Then I looked at their little local history section, which is a little creepy, I guess, because history here starts with white colonization. There's nothing about the people here before that. Yeah. I mean, the Lakota Nation is absolutely next door. Like, I just drove through it, but there is no information about them. Yeah, kind of surprised. I thought about asking, but I didn't. I figured that could be kind of touchy, maybe. Yeah. But really well kept town. I mean, there's not a piece of trash anywhere. And the lady that helped me at the desk was, I thought, about grandmother's age. But, yeah, well, she knew how to log in and do all the stuff. We figured it out. She said, I told her that she wanted to know, is there an emergency or something? I said, no, just quit the railroad. And, yeah, her family were railroaders here. Yeah, I forgot who all she said, but brakemen and conductors and maintenance away. So, yeah, I wandered back to where I wanted to be. But yeah, it's a lot like those towns in Missouri that were kind of on the come up. There was one vacant house that looked kind of ratty, but everything else is nice and well kept. And, I don't see any empty buildings, nothing like that. Nope. Yeah, it said the population's only like 5,500 or something. Yeah, looks like a really healthy town. Yeah, and we're talking about the shelf cloud. I found out that's what that thing was called that I was in the shadow of for the last few hours. Yep. But, I don't even know where I'm wandering to. I guess I'm going to head east and get out and then go south. It sure is wet for camping. Let's see what happens. Yeah. wander around a bit more. It's already, I don't know, maybe getting on to 2 o'clock even. But yeah, I got a couple more hours and then it'll be dark early because of the weather probably. But I'll just have to set a budget, $120 or less for a place that doesn't have a bunch of bed bugs. And if I can do that, I may stay inside just because of the wet. The option will be sitting in the car with the motor off to stay dry and reading, or in the tent and try to read. But once it's dark, I can't do that. So anyway, a lot of ups and downs as I travel, because things happen when you're traveling, and that's really different than sitting around in that little ADU and did I tell you about the start date for Vietnam? Yeah. Oh, they want me to start on November 3rd, and I had told them mid-November earliest, so I'm not sure how they'll react to it. But I wrote, yes, I accept your job offer, but as I said in the interview, it will be difficult in Asian. That means it's impossible to start before mid-November. So I wrote back, can I defer this, or can we keep the time frame that I originally said? So I don't know what'll happen with that. I'll wait to hear back. I don't. Yeah, I've both accepted and not accepted their offer, so we'll see what they say. But, yeah, you what? Yeah, and in town I did a little bit of apartment hunting, so for $250 a month USD at $20 an hour, that's a couple of days work. You get a swimming pool, a gym, a rooftop space, and a luxury apartment in that town. Pretty much purchasing power parity is about 5 to 7 times. So 20 US an hour is like 100 to 140 an hour in the US. So, yep. And then being there on the river looks cool. I don't know how filthy it is, but the luxury apartments there are all river view high-rise buildings. So if it's right there on the river, then they can't build something in front of me that blocks the river view. Yeah, and it's 20 miles from Ho Chi Minh City, which is a mega city, and then about 20 or 30 miles from the ocean. So I know that sounds accessible to me, but it may not be as easy as it sounds there. I don't know what it's like. But a day trip to the beach is possible. So anyway, now you're all caught up to date. Yeah, next town I get to, I'll try to let you know what's going on. Oh, talked to Dad this morning. He was